Huh. All right. Testing 1 2, testing 1 2. I have chicken. No, seriously. I have chicken. It's really good chicken too. It's like spicy. I don't know why is it so spicy. Hey, what's up, Dirt? I have chicken. It's really good chicken. Also have water. Enjoying the moon life. Say no more. Moon life is actually kind of where I excel, if you know what I mean. If you're saying what I'm saying. I am also a night owl. But I'm gonna try not to be a night owl. Because I work during the day. That's another download from last Epoch. That's weird. By the way, that was me, not you. Ooh, this is some good chicken, I'll tell you that. I'm doing great, Keanu. Nice seeing you, buddy. We're doing some last Epoch. Yeah, we're gonna be doing some last Epoch. I think I finally have like the almost perfect LICH. Right now, last Epoch is downloading some content. I want to know why. It had download before? I think it's actually, they might be getting DDoSed. I think I have no idea, because I was playing earlier today and they were not. The servers did not hold up whatsoever. What's up, Wraith? Man, thanks again for the sub the other day. I appreciate it, man. Hope you're doing great, fantastic, staying healthy, and I hope your Savage runs are doing great with your with your team that you got going. Sooner or later, I have to dip my toes in Party Finder, Party Finder Savage. So we'll get to that. Hey, what's up, Rio? How you doing, man? How you doing? They did a patch a few minutes ago. They also did another patch in the noon as well. So there was like 2 patches today. I don't know what's going on. I'll be honest. Doing PF Savage. One of us. One of us. One of us. Uh-oh. Dropping chicken. I was looking back at old YouTube videos today. One of those videos was Leroy Jenkins. Man, kids these days don't know what they're missing with the comedy back in the day. Showed that to like some of my younger siblings. They had no idea what I was talking about. Heck, my mom knows Leroy Jenkins. She doesn't know what a World of Warcraft is.
Hello there.
Hey there, hey there. What's up, Argus? Oh, you went Warlock. Oh, shit! Yo, look at that!
Firenite_01 became a golden thread.
Thank you, Argus. Thank you. Thank you. That is Argus over on YouTube. My guy, my man, my brother from another mother. Thank you for the sub, buddy. Thank you. Found out Cosmo Exploration Relics got an armory system kind of thing. We're going to be going through more cosmic explorations. We are. So far, it's not bad, and on top of that, I could probably like view some YouTube videos on top of that. For everybody who's here, by the way, if you are not in the Discord, get in that Discord, because there is a little channel called Videos to React, or Videos for Reacting. Sorry, Videos for Reacting. Yes, I want everybody to load up as many fun videos, good videos, and videos that you know, that's proper for YouTube, because we're also streaming on YouTube. So I don't care if it's like repo videos, I don't care if it's Final Fantasy videos, I don't care what subject it is. It could be World of Warcraft, it could be not even a video game. Hell, I'll take Al's jokes here and there. His videos always end up like somewhere in my feed, so I was just like, all right, I might as well subscribe to him. Actually, I'm supposed to be getting tea as well. Tea and water. That's my my main source of liquids as of now. I had gotten my stitches out of my teeth. You probably noticed that there's one missing here. It was infected. Yeah, this was a month ago, by the way. This was infected. Plus, like a tooth all the way back here was infected, and they didn't put me under. Ain't that fun when you get put under at a dentist and you get to see them rip your teeth out of your mouth awake, and all they did was put a crap ton of Novocaine in your gums? I hope to God none of you experience that ever. With your mage, yo, I tried to do Spellblade, and I wasn't too sure if I was still playing a mage or a Spellblade. So I'm kind of with you there. I wanted an actual Spellblade in the last Epoch. I don't know what happened. Like, what's wrong with it? I don't think there's anything wrong with Spellblade. I think it's just how it's made, because you could still do a lot of your mage stuff. It's just that if you set it up so that you are doing a lot of spell casting and spell blading, you're going to need some oh shit, here we go. Kagami Chiha. All right, so give me a second. I gotta ban this guy. Be right back. Sorry, but oh, I forgot. I can't, because the how is this happening on Google Chrome? The chat feature in Google actually, can I just go to the stream itself? Let me see. I'll go to the stream itself. Stream itself. Oh, there it is. Okay. I must ban you. There we go. He's gone. He's gone forever. Forever, ever, forever, ever. There we go. Yeah. Alright. Where were we? Yeah, talking about getting your teeth pulled out and warlocks. Yeah. Yeah, I was trying, so I went with LICH, and LICH is not fully developed for the Acolyte, but I think I made it work. Takes a lot of points before it starts to feel like one. Yeah, well, you have to equip yourself and see, because now as if you are playing as a Spellblade, you do physical damage and magical damage. So you can set yourself up with that. Felt nothing, just pressure. You felt, well, you're a lucky mofo, aren't you? You felt nothing but pressure. Ugh, infected wisdom tooth, and you felt nothing but pressure. My guy, I wish I was that lucky. Sorry, I'm moving the camera a bit here. There we go. I felt absolute pain. It was not fun, brother. It was not fun. Tooth infection is not, it's not good. Apparently your life is at risk if you just don't take care of it. This is one of those classes that is very gear dependent. Kinda is, but I found some skills. I found skills that work, that I did, and I think they work for the Lich. You still use Reaper form. I still didn't get, I think it's called Death Seal. So Death Seal is what I need. Oh, were you awake for that, Keanu? Like, bro, did they put you under? They did not put me under for my infection. They did not. Ooh. Ooh. Was it that bad? You were wide awake. I couldn't be put under because I had an infection. They were like, you're infected, so we're just gonna not put you under. And I'm like, well, why does being infected affect it? It's like, well, we could mess up and we need to see what the infection does while you're awake and blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, just pull my damn teeth out, please. Ooh, yeah. It sucks, doesn't it? Like the crunching and the pressure of them pulling out. I was like doubly worse because I had it was an infection, so the Novocaine could not take away all of the pain. It was bad, dude. Plus I am unfortunate enough to be gifted with I have long roots, so long roots suck. They suck badly because long roots means they have to struggle. They have to struggle to get that tooth out. Ooh, cracked both your molars. Doing a root canal. Jesus, man. Hold on. I think we're good. All right, so I got it up. I got it up. There it is. Both your roots, they were infected? Really? Ooh. You know, I had a root canal as well, and that didn't hurt as much as this infection being pulled out for whatever reason. Maybe there's just something weird with my jaw. Brother, ooh. You still have your upper wisdom teeth? I guess they didn't feel the need to pull it out. Like, honestly, if anything, pulling out any wisdom teeth. Okay. That's not what I want. That's what I wanted. There we go. Pulling out your wisdom teeth is like, I think it's not as bad because at least when they pulled out my wisdom teeth, it was like they put me under. So I didn't have too bad. See, I'm not that far into the game right now. I'm about to sell these because I don't need them anymore. I could do something with that though. At the very least, yeah, I could do something with that. Physical damage, I don't know. Physical damage, man. I'm doing physical damage with the Reaper, but I'm also doing like necrotic damage as well. Oh yeah, look at that. Oh, I only have 3. I have 3 for necrotic damage. This health is right there, so I don't need to put extra health in this. I don't really have a lot. I don't know what I'm gonna go through. I don't even know how long I'm gonna have this offhand. I could use the void resistance for now. And of course I could always use the health. Ooh, I only used 1 forge potential. That's good. Can I get an I only have 7, only have... Okay. That used all of my potential. I have no more potential. Yep. But necrotic damage did go up. I can use spell damage here. Critical strike. Cold damage. I have fire damage, right? Increase bow damage. Leech. Can I put leech on here? Do I have leech? I don't think I have leech. Does support minion health. It does work that way. I have only 2 spell damages, so that's grand. Has an increased chance of rolling rare affixes. Okay, we can try that. And oh the boy, what? There we go. Randomly changes the upgraded affix to a different one that could spawn on that item type. It cannot change prefix. For example, using fire resistance shards to raise the tier of fire resistance tier would increase normally, and then it would change into a different affix as a cold resistance one. I think I want the normal one. Modifies. Okay, has a greater chance of forging potential costs. Okay. What is it? Spell critical strike chance? Hey yo. Hey yo. Hey yo. That's actually pretty good. That's actually pretty fucking good, bro. Let's clear that. It's a level of skeleton, minion health, armor, and dodging. Yellow. All right. How much health I have here? I only have 2. This is minion health. Sorry, this is minion health. I don't really need to... Give me that. I don't really need to do anything with that. 8 armor. Minion regen. Oh, you know what? The minion regen? I think I do need that. Oh, jeezers. Requires level 28. I need to change this out too. I'm gonna do that. Do that. Damage while channeling. I don't have channeling at all. This might be a boop. Yeah, it might be a boop. Destroy an item creating a random number of effects shards containing power within. Okay, well, we don't need that. Well, we could take that and we can destroy this. And yeah, you know what? No, that's good. I think I want that. Okay. Yeah. There's a shop. Is he the shop? No, where's the shop? You're the shop. Oof. 2,000 each. Wow. Okay. Acolyte Witch Hat of Purity? Purity. One Spirit Plague, increased spell damage. What are we looking at here? Necrotic Resistance, one Spirit, one increased spell speed damage or spell damage, increasing physical damage while transformed. That'll go with my Reaper. Minion freeze rate, which is it doesn't freeze. Poison resistance I'll have to worry about. Armor I'm gonna lose. Lightning resistance, minion damage, health regen. I will take a hit on that, and then vitality. I think this should be fine. And then we can upgrade it. I'm gonna clear that. Clear that. Let's see what we can do with this. You know what I probably want a necrotic resistance available to apply. I'll put health regen seconds per second. This would, is this for, okay, health regeneration. Okay. Health regeneration per second. I already got necrotic, level of spirit plague, physical damage while transformed. Do I have anything for physical damage more? Any necrotic damage? No. I will health regeneration and health regen per second. I'm going to do health regeneration. And modify the outcome of craft, granting it 25% chance to have no forging cost. Okay. That should work in my favor. In necrotic resistance, I'll actually have 2 shards for that one. 1 tier level spirit plague successfully created. Okay, that's good. Change that out for that. And yeah, I still don't understand that one. Lightning minion region. I'll actually destroy this. I can probably, hopefully, get minion. What do I get? Attunement. I got some stuff with that. Oh shit, it was right there. Doesn't look like I got minion health regen. It doesn't look like it. Oh, wait, there's the freeze. I might have it. Added health. I don't know. Okay, I am here? Lost refuge. I haven't gone through here yet. I'll come back for this. But I'm here at the ruined temple. All right, we're at the ruined temple. We're gonna keep going. How you guys doing today? Wait, hold on. I need my tea. We were just talking about pain and tea. I know a lot of people have been doing cosmic exploration. I do not have all the time in the world to do it. But I know cosmic exploration is definitely hitting the hotness. At the very least in my server, and that's probably because of the crafting server, so it's probably going to be the first of everything for anything crafting. At least the data center is going to be first in crafting. Ugh. What the heck is that? You on Cactuar? No, I'm not on Cactuar. I'm on Diabolos in the Crystal Data Center, unfortunately. But Diabolos is also popping. How many lumps of sugar do you want in your tea? I'll let you know. I remember there was like an old anime. I think it was Full Metal Alchemist, or was it Full Metal? No, it was Witchcraft Works. I don't know how I got that confused. But one of the characters loved sugar in their tea and coffee. And they would like tell me when, and she would not even say anything. And the sugar lumps would literally be like overpouring over the coffee or tea or whatever. And she would still stare at it. He would stop and be like, I didn't tell you to stop. I didn't tell you to stop. I miss Witchcraft Works, man. It was a good anime. I got some lemon pulp in here. How much sugar in your tea? Yes. Exactly. All right, so here's what my build is like. So I'm using summon volatile zombie. Now the thing about volatile zombie is that it's still a minion, and when it blows up, it's minion damage. And I have a lot of minion damage right now, but I can also add in fire and explosions. And as you can see, it is quite literally one-shotting them. In a way, because that's what the Infernal Shade is for. Infernal Shade is supposed to... it's the damage over time for 5 seconds. And look how much damage it does. Damage per second. 356, bro. Now, I don't know how much damage entirely my volatile zombies do. That wasn't there last time. I don't think I want to open that yet. Every time I try to go for a prison, it's so weird because like the volatile prison gets you the mixed gear, and it's never really good. Not really too sure why that is. Nothing over here. All right, well, but yeah, that's my idea going forward with the Lich. The Lich is not even fully updated. It doesn't have like a 5th ability. Here's what I'm talking about. So let me, should probably come over here. See how these masteries have like 5th abilities? Those abilities are like really powerful and really good. Lich does not have that. I don't know if they're planning to put one in there or not. I just have no idea. I'm not too sure. I have to rethink my... because this is supposed to go off when you use Reap. Cause let me see. So it's like take a mantle of death, applying yourself and transforming into a Reaper, temporarily gaining the ability Reap. Your health regen does not apply. Your health decays over time. When your health reaches 0, instead of dying, you transform back to being a human. And one of the things about being a Lich is that you kind of have like over armor. I can give it a shot. Let me just clear this out. So why not? He's going all over the place. I love it. Just gotta wait for it to come back. Yeah, look, so those minions that came out of nowhere. It does so much damage. Reaper form, if you start building it correctly, it does so much freaking damage, bro. Minion health, necrotic damage. That actually might help in the future. I just need to probably forge that a little bit. My health! It's going down! No! 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 And I'm back. Damage over time, baby. Yep, see? Damage over time. Just so much, man. I'll be honest with you. No. To be honest with you, I always look down at the damage over time because like I like being like boom, die, get hit, all that other stuff. Because I was gonna go with the Necromancer build, and that would have probably been really good. But instead, I decided maybe I'll try LICH. LICH doesn't seem so bad. I was a little confused on how to actually make it operate a little bit better. I have no idea why they put that there. Oh, it actually did freeze damage. Nope, still can't do it. Still can't do it. Get him. I could break that down. It does seem like it has some good affixes on it. Oh, he blew up. It looks slow, but it's really powerful. I swear it is. It's really powerful. It just looks slow. It's a powerful build. I'm pretty sure this is like a build made for like a powerhouse unit. Whoa. Little bit of a kernel there, my bad. Well, they added one here. That's weird. No, it kind of makes sense though. Okay, not yet. Boots of Frost. Okay. He didn't even get the blow up. There we go. There we go. That's necrotic resistance. One-handed mace. Fire damage, melee. I'm not doing anything physical. I was in the very beginning though. We'll try that. See if that works out for me. And come back here for Lich. Increase the damage over time. That's gonna really help me. Like, damn. Now it explodes. Okay, that's crazy. Oh my goodness. And I don't even have to apply it sometimes. That's crazy. Look at that. Oh my goodness. People just explode. There it is. I was wondering if that would work. Okay. And I saw some down here as well. Wait, hold on. There's an idol. Nice. Dude, what? I think I just got 3 times better. Oh man, that's good. That's really good. I practically just need to apply the dots once. It's a staff. Don't need that. Wait, wasn't there a fight here? What happened? There used to be a fight here. Oh my goodness. Oh dang, that shows exactly where it is in the map. Oh. That's because the fight happens afterwards. I need to remember that. Yeah, okay, so yeah, they start showing up. Ooh, give me that. Any more? Hello? I need souls? Hello? No, nobody wants to come in and start being a jerk? Oh, my guy, he okay, I was wondering what that explosion was. My guy blew up. Yeah, there's really not much going on. I came by here. I didn't really do anything while I was over here. $1 for 5 million gold. Guys, what are you gonna do with 5 million gold in last epoch? Wait, what's happening? Oh, okay. They keep blowing up before I can reap them. Maybe that's like a flaw in the design I have here. I can't really reap. If I reap a soul, I get to have like wandering spirits, which is kind of what, like, it's kind of what I want. Can have that. There you go. Another idol. We'll take that. These are greaves. Nothing, because 5 million won't get you anything. Because of gold dupes. Oh no. Oh no, we have gold dupes. A silver chalice. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. How much mana was that? I don't know who they were, but I guess I didn't need to. Oh shoot, that's right. I have to follow that. Let me follow this. I'm gonna follow the objective. I forgot it doesn't work that way. Okay. What do you need all this gold for anyway? Okay, okay. What? Just one? Wait, you don't need to go for both anymore? They took that away? Yo, you both, you back, oh, Oh, don't count on me, trust me. I will ruin your day. Help out! Wait, the other goddess? Oh yeah, he does say that. I was like, wait a minute. Reaper form. I don't want this. Mercy on death. Okay. Reaping supremacy. Did I want to go here? Oh, I thought. I was like, what the heck? All Reaper's base ability and melee damage from intelligence converted to cold. Consequently, the damage scales with increase to cold damage, but not increases for necrotic damage. Poison chance from all sources is converted to chill. For Reap gains a freeze rate equal to 4 times your intelligence. Reap loses its necrotic poison tag and gains a cold tag. I can see that as being a good thing. I can see it. But I have to cross this. Reap cannot crit, but poison chance is up by 100. So now you can do poison. And if you take it down the road and you go for all poison and you do grave chill, well, you're going to be doing freezing damage. I do a lot of fire damage. Gain a stack of Reaper. Since it's every 5 seconds you spend on Reaper form, which grants you increase of spell damage. You can have up to 25. I'll give that a shot. I need to increase this one as well. Ticket's just taking a break. Take's just taking a break for 14 tonight. Oh, no. Take you're just taking a break for 14 tonight? No. We're still gonna be doing 14 tonight. This item will combine into a vengeful nemesis that must be defeated. These items enhances available in the following encounter from the nemesis. Sure, let's empower. Holy crap, he's insane. Oh, my minions is about to die. One minion's dead. Alright, got 2 minions left on that one. That was a crazy little one. Where am I going here? I'm a little lost. Do I need to go back to go forward? Apparently. What is this, actually? What is that? In cage of... minion. I could take that. I can break that down. I might have to use it, actually. He's not exploding. Oh, there it is. Oh, man. More poison. Was it is this void damage or poison damage? I think it's void damage. Of course it won't. You are death, honey. How many times do I have to tell you? There it is. There's the wandering spirits. Sound kind of gleeful there. Yeah, this is a mana guzzler, honestly. There it is. So much loot drops, man. I gotta really do something about that filter. Okay, in my autumn, it is okay. Yeah, see how much damage it does? Yeah, it does so much freaking damage, bro. It does a little too much damage, actually. A little too much damage. Oh, minion health? I'll take it. And this is... I thought I already had the other Epoch.
After eons alone, three again become one. On the
Oh, it's 3 pieces.
precipice of a broken world, there is hope. The Epoch is reforged. As the traveler left, their real journey began.
Sort of. Their real journey began. Sort of. Alright, let's see what I got. What's the loot here? Increase health. I guess I could put that on. Health 3, minion physical, necrotic damage. I'll keep that. Do I have anything for idols? I do not. We'll do that for idols. In fact, where is it? Oh, okay. I have these gloves, I think. Yeah, I think I'm wearing them. Missing health goes to ward. Gain ward on potion. I think I'll keep this. I can break down the rest of this. 40 plus on minions, 18% on necrotic damage. What are we working with here? Melee attack speed, reduced throwing, physical, reduced minion damage, reduced damage while channeling. So overall, this is probably the... Hello? There we go. That's probably the overall better one. Health regen, lightning spell. So this is for the mage or the sorcerer. So I'll just hand that to him. And I can break all these guys down. Oh, what's this? Doom. Stationary zombie. Something that I don't want. Explosion deals more damage, but zombies no longer move. Yeah, we don't want that. Explosions has a chance to poison enemies. Do I want to go that route though, or do I just want to finish this off? If I go this way, it starts. Ooh. And this is volatile. What's going on up here? Fear. Giant zombie. You now summon a single large zombie with more health that deals more damage in a larger area, all multiplicative with other modifiers, but volatile zombie costs more mana. Does it explode or what? Like Grave Attunement. Zombies deal more damage. I guess not. Summoning speed and mana efficiency. Or I can give them 30% poison. When a zombie dies, you have a chance to cast volatile zombie at that location. Expending it. We're going to keep going with that. I'm going to finish these two off, and then I'll probably finish off Path of Destruction. That should do it. That should do it. Let's let's get this in there. Excuse me. Excuse me. Excuse me. I'll save the rest. I'll save on those because those are precious as well. All right, and I guess I gotta talk to the old guy. Hello? Oh.
I believe we sent the evil seek out the outcast queen, leader of the living rebels, and show.
All right. We'll save here, and then I'll probably just head on over to the Cosmic Exploration. I'm gonna have to do some changing there. We're gonna have to change the subject of the video, I guess. Okay. And we are here. So I gotta talk to both of them, take on the missions that are thereof within whatever I need to do. And I have to say, this build is working out very well. I need Death Seal, however. Yeah, I do. I need Death Seal. It like prevents damage, so it's like, reactivated to unleash a death wave dealing damage based on how long Death Seal has been active and your current percent missing health. Damn. No, yeah, I definitely need that. But okay. Another seed, a little kernel. All right, I need to change some things. Ew. So first thing we're gonna do, we're gonna change the subject of the video. Okay. It's supposed to be last Epoch, but I'm thinking I'm over on Twitch and it's already on Final Fantasy. It was supposed to be on last Epoch. I'm really angry. I'm really angry about that one. Okay. And all right, just need to change this one over here on Kick. I'm gonna turn on the fan now. It is getting hot in here. This office does not have any kind of thing going for me. Yeah, it was already on Final Fantasy. I'm kind of sick and tired of Restream doing that, man. It was supposed to be last Epoch, so that's my mistake. All right. Hello, fan. All right, that's gonna be on for a little bit. So you're gonna hear that in the background. I do apologize for that one. Boo-hoo. Think we got a little too hot. and now he has to fix himself. I'm gonna be honest with you, cosmic exploration is definitely gonna be one of those things where people just waste their time on. Oh, you guys failed me. You guys don't have any like videos to react to. Maybe, oh, there's a Fleekazoid video in there. Definitely a lot of Fleekazoid stuff that I've seen. Hello, game? There it is. All right, I'm gonna move that down a bit. All right, getting in game. I'm still in Diabolos, still armor level 93. I did want to watch, see if there was like a video. See if there's anything new going on in the feed. What's going on here? Ooh, all right. The real impact on you. I hope you're ready. Industry wild change is here. Oh, industry wide change is here. Oh, I'm still here. That's crazy. I thought it would kick me out. WTF NVIDIA. I think NVIDIA is doing this on purpose now. New drivers issues, beware. And that was too... I have an NVIDIA. Sonic Rumble on PC. There's Sonic Rumbles on PC? Is it on Steam? Let me see. Sonic Rumble is on PC. But why? What is this all about? Oh, is this Fallout? Is this Fall Guys looking game? All right, I won't even. I won't even. Good luck. Have fun in front lines. Apparently NVIDIA is doing this on purpose, is what is being said. What I'm going to do is that I'm going to come over here. Also, all caster DPS, all 100%. I'm going to... We're going to create a new window, guys. We're going to create a new window. Let's come back here for a second. Okay, yep, I know what I have to do. It doesn't want to stay that way. I don't know why it's doing that. But what I will do is that I will do this, then this, pull this over here, and then
It is when the world's most valuable tech company that has endless resources, endless manpower, endless funding, hell, endless time to just put anyone you want on any project to make it right, just seems like they can't do anything except fuck shit up. Yeah, NVIDIA, we're talking about you and your fuckery that you continue to evolve and surprise us. It's like every time you think NVIDIA can't fuck up more than they already have, they go, you haven't seen anything yet. Introducing the SoCal Tech Fair taking place May 3rd and 4th. This is something I've been wanting to do for many years, and we're finally doing it. So we've teamed up with iBuyPower and Height to create a community event where we're going to have live music, we're going to have tech panels, we're going to have tech game shows up on stage. Other content creators are going to be joining me. We're going to have a tech swap meet too, where we'll be selling our lightly used parts that would definitely serve other people better than they're serving us sitting on our shelves. So we're trying to give you some good deals. We got food, we got games, we got activities, we've got a lot of sponsors and brands that are involved. We even have some racing simulators set up where you can win prizes and stuff. So for full ticket and event information,
wouldn't be
check the link in the
surprised if
description below,
it's
and we
another
hope to see you there.
overreaction from people
Alright, you
that
may or
just
may not
had
have heard about
driver
this over the
issues.
weekend.
I don't know.
There is another driver problem with NVIDIA. That's my foot on the chair. So you might have heard of some of the recent driver problems that started affecting 50 series people and then 40 series after that, where they would go to black screen and sometimes a driver wipe would bring it back, and other people had extreme scenarios where their cards never came back from the dead. Today we're going to talk about driver, 576.02, which you should absolutely not touch for any reason whatsoever. So this one is interesting. It is affecting graphics cards that when they go to sleep and wake back up, the temperature value is no longer updating. It'll just show the last number it saw at the time that it went to sleep. And
I messed
that
up.
doesn't seem like that big of an issue. It seems more like a bug, but it's actually a bug
I didn't
that
think it
can
would go
cause
straight to
you some
400.
serious problems depending on how you have your system configured. So let's talk about a couple of different scenarios here where this could affect you. If you've just thrown your graphics card on the bench and haven't done any custom fan curves or anything like that, this will be more of an annoyance where if you have a sensor panel and you're trying to monitor the temperatures, it won't update. You come back from sleep or hibernation, the number will just say 32 or 50 or wherever the temp was when it went to sleep, and no matter what games you run or what fan curves you apply or anything, the temperature will always stay at 52 or wherever the temperature was that you last saw. That's more of an annoyance. More of a severe problem would be if you're running, say, a custom fan curve in something like Afterburner, where Afterburner relies on the temperature value updating to be able to control the fan curve outside of what the VBIOS fan curve is telling the fans to do. The third scenario here would be like one where Phil is finding himself, and actually I find myself as well, which is where you have a fully water-cooled system. There's no more fans on the graphics card at all, so the graphics card is not handling its cooling at all whatsoever, and you use something like fan control to control your fans, and you use the temperature sensor that's found on the GPU to maybe ramp up your fans and slow down based on CPU usage, GPU usage. We've done all of those types of videos showing you how to set that up. Well, if that temperature value is not updating in the software, then the fans will never do anything. Now in a water-cooled system, it wouldn't be an extreme problem. You just notice it running more like air-cooled temps are a little warmer without the fans ramping up because the radiators still give enough passive cooling. But if you're running an air-cooled card and you put a custom fan curve on it, especially if you have one that's set to like a 0 dB kind of a fan curve and you start gaming, your temperatures are going to be pretty high. Now, if I go ahead and just start mark, you can see the temperature is updating in real time, right? 59, 60, 61. You can see our fans have responded as they're expected to based on this temperature curve. Now, let's go ahead and say you're one of those people that leave your computer on all the time and you set a sleep mode or whatever. We'll go ahead and mimic that right now. We'll just go sleep. So as you can see, our system is now asleep, which is denoted by a blinking power button. So we'll turn our system back on. You just came back from school or work or whatever, and you're like, long day of stressful day, I want to game now. Or I want to go to my favorite 18 and over website, and I just want to unwind a little bit.
18 and over.
Check out our temperature right here. It is not ramping up at all. Now our fan curve is still ramping up because we are using the VBIOS fan curve. So it's not paying any attention at all to the temperature sensor in Afterburner, so that's why the fan's coming up. But look at the temperatures. They are not updating anymore at all. So now if we were using the GPU's fan temperature sensor to control fan control or any...
So are you telling me that the drivers is the reason? Okay, so is the drivers the reason why like things are going bad with NVIDIA and they just snuck that shit in or something?
Any other third-party software that, oh, I don't know, like a lot of the hubs and stuff that have their own built-in software to protect fans too, like NZXT has one. I think Height even has like a way to integrate other fans and stuff into there. If it's using this temperature sensor, your fans are not going to ramp up. Now our temperatures are still fine on this GPU because it's not using a custom fan curve.
I see.
Here's the weird part. If we do GPU Z, it actually does see the correct temperatures if you go into the sensors panel. So that tells us there's actually more than one temperature sensor, or at least a way that it's accessed, so that the GPU knows what it's doing. Look, it says 70.5 C right there. There's no hotspot temp on the 50 series. So we wanted to test this specifically because we thought maybe on 40 series and below it was using hotspot temperature to kind of control the fans. But since that doesn't exist, or at least it's not visible to us on this GPU, you can see it's still controlling its fan speeds, and it's still seeing temperatures. But if we compare that to Afterburner, it still shows the 39 degrees, which is where it was when it went to sleep. Now check this out. Let's say I have like a really aggressive, like, hey, let's stay really silent. The fans are actually slowing down. Now look at our temperature. It's climbing, right? 79.1, 79.3, 79.5. Because obviously these fans are never going to go any faster than like the 30% we have set. Now this might not seem like that big of a deal, but it is if you set yourself an aggressive fan curve that say stays at 0 dB until, oh, I don't know, 40, 45 C, and you went to sleep at 30 C, it'll never turn the fans back on while you're gaming unless you finally hit that TJ max like value. Then the fans will just say, fuck the fan curve, go to 100%, save it from melting down. Which
did I need two?
Or potentially with this particular test, but look, our memory is now at 90. Our GPU is now at 83.7. It will just continue to climb until eventually it hits that. But if I was to
want to hit
now,
gold, I guess.
go back to the auto curve. Woo. So as you can see, it does have an actual real impact on your performance potential. Look, we're over 2,900 megahertz now. And look at the memory temp. I mean, it's crazy, right? They're already down to 76C. So the only way to fix this problem now would be to do a full system restart. Now, here's some recommendations. Obviously, you need some recommendations to kind of figure out how to stay away from this problem. One, the most screwed people in this instance right now are going to be 5060 Ti owners because this is technically the public-facing 5060 Ti driver. If you have that card and you have this driver, pay attention to these recommendations. If you don't have a 5060 Ti, just roll back one previous driver. I don't think any games have come out recently that require a game-ready driver to be able to get full optimization of a game. So just roll back one driver, stay off 576.02. It is horseshit. The other thing I would do is if you are on a 5060 Ti or if you have and you, for whatever reason, can't roll back your driver, you're gonna have to remove any sort of fan control / afterburner curve for it to actually work. Now it's gonna suck if you're in a water-cooled system and you're kind of relying on that. At that point, I would just set your fans to maybe a manual tolerant audible, like decibel level that you can tolerate your fans and just let it run like that full time until this is fixed. But yeah, now if you are the kind of person that keeps your system on and lets it go to sleep, there's no point in doing that anymore. You might as well shut it down because anytime you come back from a restart, it's gonna work. But if it ever goes to sleep or hibernates, that's gonna be a problem. Now we're not talking about your monitor turning off. That's a different power state versus letting your system hibernate or go to sleep. Now this is one of those scenarios that is most widely kind of experienced as being sleep related. However, you can find posts on Reddit of one of the initial Redditors that kind of brought this up, stating his acted this way from the moment
bonus
the driver
is
was
10.
installed, where the fan curve wouldn't work and the temperature never updated. Didn't matter if it went to sleep or not. It was just that way from boot number one. So you might be experiencing an even more severe situation like that. Now I don't understand the scenario behind that one. Clearly there's something in the code there that is forced into by a sleep hibernate, and then his particular
I need
system parameters
3.
in some ways triggering that from the start once the driver is initialized.
Okay.
But that's neither here nor there. Here's my question to NVIDIA. Why'd you touch that shit? Why? Of all the drivers that you've ever made, who decided, you know, this code in here on the temperature sensor refresh after hibernate, we should go in there and fiddle with that. Look, I come from a software development background, and I'm telling you right now, I cannot, for the life of me, understand a scenario on drivers that are just iterations of previous drivers, why that suddenly becomes a thing you gotta go in and fuck with. It makes no sense whatsoever. This driver has been out since April 16th. It is today the 21st of April. There is no reason for the last 5 days this driver is still live on your site. Why? Because NVIDIA refuses to ever admit fault for anything. NVIDIA doesn't believe it fucks up. NVIDIA doesn't even believe that not only does their shit not stink, they don't shit to begin with. But guess what, NVIDIA? You're now literally the benchmark of what constitutes horseshit today. AMD, although they have a lot less competition in terms of like being able to actually show up to the race, has provided the most stable, the most easy to use and smoothest gaming experience we've had in this entire GPU refresh this season. The drivers have been solid. The benchmarks have been back-to-back run variants within one.
Wait, is AMD like the new graphic card to have now? That's the question. Wait, so like what is... Should I get an AMD now? I have an NVIDIA, so it's like... I'm thinking now. I used to roll with AMD.
%. Guess what? I don't know if your driver team jumped ship to AMD somehow, somewhere, but y'all need to get this shit under a tighter leash, because this is the kind of fucked up stuff that doesn't have to happen, and it almost feels like it's on purpose by design in some way. It's almost like you're prodding to say, how much can we get away with? How much can we just fuck the consumer before they really truly push back? That's the only thing I'm left with. I cannot for the life of me understand a scenario in which this ever had to be messed with. What?
Some people have the cosmic exploration mounts already. A lot of people that would disagree with his AMD statement. I don't know. I'm pretty sure this guy has been like around the software. He's like a software YouTuber for like a long time now. Pretty credible source. I don't know if AMD, like AMD is very quiet to me. So I don't know what's happening with AMD. Pretty much pick your poison. Yeah, I have no idea what's happening with AMD though. Jesus, man. Yo. I need to make 3. Yep, looks like it's gonna be easy. I'm not saying he's not gonna roll, I'm just saying that he... a few people I know that that have much more issues with AMD than NVIDIA. Fair point, fair point. Fair point. Don't think I actually need veneration for this. I could save a step. Yep, see? Hence why I'm saying it's a case of pick your poison. In a way, you're right, because there's no infallible company. There's no such thing as an infallible product. Sad to say. Also, tariffs are really kicking my ass with computer parts here. I tried to look up getting a new CPU. New CPU processor. Oh my god, did those bitches shoot up like wildfire? Like an extra $100. Man. Some of them is like an extra 50 or extra 75. Ugh. Man, that sucks. Let's see. This just said Hermitcraft. Oh yeah, this is the video I was watching for it.
The way it's rolled out, with no consistency, with it going up and then down, and here, this is exempt, but actually on Truth Social, it's not exempt. No, I can't find a single positive in it.
Is each of these one product, I guess?
Each of these has 4 in the box.
4, okay.
So right now I have approximately, I had about 50 that I had in stock before, and now I have another 236 over here, if I counted right. Well, the whole
Victory, you
on this
won?
case,
Congrats,
holding onto
man.
These is a good thing.
You did your
because
best,
when I tell
and
people
you were
that
rewarded
should
for doing
just
your
look at the
best.
news, and if you want to buy this, make your decisions accordingly, because I'm not going to be selling this anymore. I will sell a lot more. So, but once these run out, I'm not getting more. So I have an invoice to buy another 350 of these, and they asked why I haven't paid yet, and it's like, well, is it going to cost double when they arrive? Or I have to be able to get them to tell me, since they're the receiver. If I wire
Yeah,
you this
Warrior is
money
pretty
up front,
fun.
can you guarantee me that that is what you will sell it to me for, even if the tariff plans change? And
Can they?
I don't. Well, I'm not going to trust you with that. Again,
Yeah.
this is. If I'm.
Yeah,
I'm
they're
not
talking
gonna
about
do
the
that with
tariffs.
$30 or $50 or $70,000, because if I make one mistake there, I'm screwed.
Yeah.
With like most small business owners can't afford that. You lose 30 or 60K once, you're done. So that's not something that I'm going to risk. So I'm not buying more of these. Now, if the tariff plans change, and this is where the issues really roll out 3 to 9 months from now. This is the thing that people have to see. It's not just now. Is let's say that this is all resolved in 2 weeks. Well, that for 3 or 4 weeks,
It's kind of crazy to
I
see
did
the
not
mental
place an order
gymnastics
that
that I
was
see
in
what
place,
people
which
go
means I
through
run
just
out
to
of
not
these.
acknowledge that
Now I'm
the
not gonna
tariffs
have
are a
anything to
problem
sell
for
for
us.
2 or 3 months. So what does
It's
that
a
mean?
big
Everybody who
problem,
does have
and
stock
I think
ups their
this
prices
was
because of supply and demand,
this
or
could
you don't have that
be a
problem. So even
miscalculation.
if
No,
you don't
this is
see
definitely a
prices go up now,
miscalculation on like
the
Trump's
2 to
part,
4
where
to
he
6 weeks
thought.
where everybody is saying, I'm not doing.
I think his thought process for the tariffs was like, now everybody is going to, start, want to buy stuff from the United States, but the United States hasn't been in like doing like factories and material crafting, and like we import aluminum. You think about that, we import something that we definitely need. We import a lot of things. We're a big buyer. And because we're such a big buyer, it's like it gets especially bad when, you're trying to import from one of our allied countries, let alone China. China having like an extra 130% on some of this stuff, man. Obsolescence in October, bad year for upgrades. Definitely a bad year. I don't know what to make of it or how we're gonna... Like, how am I supposed to upgrade my computer, man? Ooh. I know this one. Wait, what if... Oh, I can't do that. Uh... I think I want to do delicate synthesis. Okay, and I need to make 3 of them? Looks like they're going to make us do, like, delicate synthesis practice here. I'm going to try to do reflect instead. Nice. Ow. Got it. I found the formula. I know what it wants from me. I know what it wants. We do delicate. Nice. Woo! I figured the puzzle out. I figured the puzzle out. Gold requires 24. Though obviously in my case I'm in Canada, so not really affected by them that much, but still it's crazy, man, how the tariffs are really kind of just making it. I don't know what his plan is, really. Trump is saying something like, the tariffs will now help us have other people start buying from us. But what is, the question is, what can we provide to other people other than the people themselves buying products from them? Outside of their own country, what does the United States provide for other countries? What resources do we have other than rich people and people who have money that they can use and they can buy? That's my question. I'm not an expert on this. That's why I have to ask. Maybe there is something, right? It's crazy to see people, the amount of people that were finding any excuses to say that the pre-order delay for the Switch would lead to it having a low price in US when it was specifically said the delay is to reevaluate the tariffs impact. You know, Doug Bowser came out and he started saying some stuff like, oh, we didn't do this because of the tariffs, and everybody's just like, that's some sort of bullshit cereal you're eating there. Because Doug Bowser comes out and he's just like, it's not because of the tariffs for the prices. And like, okay. Red alert. Wait, red alert, what? Whoa, red alert, sporing mist. Oh, detected. Uh-oh. I don't know what's happening. Let's go. Oh. Culinarian botanist Fisher. Okay. And then culinarian botanist Fisher. My Fisher's already up, my culinarian is already up. Is my botanist already up? Now that I think about it, let me say something here. Culinarian Bosch Fisher. Okay. Well, that's not a thing. Oh, I see it. I just can't interact with it. And then there's a collection point. What? Why are there collection points here? Oh, okay. All right. So didn't mean to do that. What the heck was that all about? Oh, okay. So what I'm going to do is that, and then that, and then you obtain nothing. And what if I give in, like, right now? Okay. Nope, not here. Nope, not here. He didn't. This sounds like Mr. Bowser didn't get the memo. Mr. Bowser is a funny guy. He is no Reggie Fils-Aimé, I could say that for sure.
Doing business until I figure out what's going on means that things are not being ordered, things are shutting down. And during COVID, like a lot of things that were going on with the economy was this factory is closed, this oil refinery is closed, and so on and so forth. And you didn't really see the effects of it until 3 or 6 or 9 months down the line, where it's like everything is more expensive, or I can't buy this, or I can't get it shipped for a car. And I think you're going to see the same thing happen here, because nobody, when they see 20%, 120, maybe exempt, never mind. When they see that, it's like, I'm not buying anything right now.
Right.
But you're going to see the effect of that 3 to 6 or 9 months from now when the stock runs out.
So that's really interesting, I think, because I'll pitch you some of the comments I've seen online, and we can talk about them. You tell me
So you
what
want to
you
raise
think.
my blood pressure? I'll
That's
set my watch
only
to
a-
measure.
No.
My watch to get a tracker.
Yeah,
Let's
let's get
see.
it right.
How many do I need?
Yeah.
Holy mackerel!
No, I mean, so one of them.
Holy
I
bejeezers!
would say one of the common ones is companies
this
are
isn't
gonna
too
use
bad.
this as a smokescreen to permanently raise prices. True, not true? In
It's very
between?
possible, but I think there's also a natural human inclination to do this. So if I haven't eaten in 2 or 3 days, and then I finally eat. When I do finally eat, I'm probably going to eat like a pig. But more importantly, your body's going to hold on to that. It may not be healthy for you. You're going to wind up with a bit more of a gut. It's not going to go to the muscles and where it should.
Right.
But you're going to want to hold on to that. So if I've had this traumatic experience of I had to raise my prices 100% because some dude decided to have a war on Truth Social or something, then now I'm going to be worried, is that going to happen again? I'm going to have that anxiety in the back of my head. So now, again, 90% of it is going to be greed, just to be clear. But there's going to be that little 10% that says, I'm going to hold on to it because I had that shock. Because I had that shock, I'm not comfortable unless I have more profit. So when I was getting this shipment, for 2 or 4 days, I was shitting bricks wondering, am I going to have to spend 25 or 30 or 40
How many do I need?
extra to receive the shit that I already
Oh,
paid for?
6?
That's a heart attack. And when I have that heart attack, my brain is going to realize the amount of money that I was making before is not enough anymore. Because when I told you that that $30 or $50 or $60,000 mistake could end me as a business, what that tells me is I need to be making more profit.
Yeah.
And then once I actually start making more profit, why am I going to go back to where I was before? Because that reminded me, this event reminded me that my business is 1 or 2 $30,000 to $60,000 mistakes away from not existing and me going to work at an Apple store, which is
Right.
probably not going to happen. But
Working at an
once I have
Apple store? Oh,
that stress
Jesus.
or that trauma of it, I'm probably not going to go back. And then obviously the rest of it is the greed, which is like, yeah, of course. Like if I could make more money off somebody, why wouldn't Corsair
Right.
charge more money for a product that has poor cooling
Case or
performance?
whatever. Yeah, yeah. One of the other comments I've seen is, well, all this would be solved if you would just make it in the U.S. Just bring it back to the U.S.
Well, they
So-
are. They are. You can buy a paste for $1,600, $1,800. Would you like to buy one? Oh, you don't. You're the one who bitches every time I raise the price by $20. Well, fuck you. I mean, seriously. Every single one of the individuals, you can buy it, but you choose
No!
not
Oh,
to.
shit.
That was the most New York fuck you I've ever seen.
You choose not to. The same motherfucker that says that when they walk into a repair shop that's $65 and the guy down the street working in a fucking Western Union or a juice place says it's $55 is gonna bitch that you charge $10 more.
Oh,
Every
man,
single
this is
person that says
bad.
that shit, I guarantee you're gonna see all the wars in the comments. Of course I pay extra. No, you fucking wouldn't. I know because I've spoken to people like this for 15 years. If somebody has to pay $1,600 to $1,800 for a tool that is less effective, not a bad tool, I'd use it, but less effective than a tool that's $200, that is going to be reflected in their prices. And it's not just one tool. We're talking about
Nice.
the ability for anybody to even get started here. I mean, one of the main primary people that was a protege of mine, he started doing this when he was 16 years old. Now, if you take every single tool in that chain and you multiply the cost by 6 to 15 times, do you think a 16-year-old kid that's making minimum wage working at college or
Nice.
something is going to be able to actually get started doing this? No way. If you take the startup cost of building a business like this, if you take that initial investment from
fishing?
$2,000 and you make it $20,000 for all these different little tools and things you need, you have now made it so that only a small number of people will be able to do that particular job. And once you have a small number of people that do the job, now they can raise the price because there's less competition. You're making it more and more difficult for people to break into this, which ironically is one of the reasons that you see China making all this stuff to begin with. I mean, there are kids in China that are taking iPhone 7s in the street and putting headphone jacks in them, like what you see with Strange Parts. You don't see that being done here. And if you want to take the cost of tools like this and you want to raise them by 8 or 20x, you're gonna see even less of that here than you get right now.
What do you think is next, or where do you think this goes right now?
I think more and more people like me are going to say,
Yeah.
I do not want to have a heart attack wondering if I have to pay $20,000 to $50,000 more because of a post on Truth Social. I think people like me that read, like, I don't know, Bloomberg one day and just think saying, tariffs postponed, here's the source, and then, Trump saying, no, never mind, it's back. I'm not buying this again. Do I want to wire $30,000 to $60,000 to somebody to buy this?
What would you need to feel like you can buy it again?
I would like to see. Well, firstly, you're not.
What am I
supposed
looking
to
for?
replace
Oh,
it
the
with
Moonlight
a tariff
Pla-
or a
oh, wait,
tax
I just got
without
it.
the approval of Congress. The only way that this is being done is because they're claiming that there is an emergency or wartime condition. I would want to see that slapped down by the judiciary so that you're not allowed to do that. If you do want to do a tariff,
Ooh, I can do a
it's gotta
double.
go through Congress.
I
It's gotta
can
go through
do a
Senate. It's gotta go through the
double.
normal
I can
process.
do
You
a
can't be doing
double.
this shit like an emerging
I can
market.
win.
I want to see.
I can
that
win.
If something like this is going to happen,
I
it's
can do
gonna
it.
be a specific
They
process.
allow me to
It's
do
not
an
gonna be
identical
immediate.
catch here.
It's not going to be something where there's no checks on it whatsoever. And yeah, I want safety and security. That's what I want.
Right.
Checks and balances.
Are people going to look at this and think, oh, it's just a bunch of companies complaining about they're not making as much money as
Damn,
they were.
they knew.
Woe is me, like, boo-hoo, take it out of your margin.
They knew. Oh my gosh,
And I
they
haven't really
knew.
figured out how to try and address that yet, because if you see a bunch of executives or business owners or whatever product managers complaining about they're making less money than they used to, as a consumer,
that's not it.
I mean, does it come across as like pity-seeking? Like, how do you? I'm trying to figure out how to reconcile for people who don't have the perspective that you would have, or Corsair, or whatever would have, to see that the impact has a wider reaching effect than just business owner makes
Oh,
less
yo.
money.
Hey
Well, I
yo.
think that it's an important perspective.
This fishing
especially
gear
when
is
you see that
actually,
these
like,
people that run
superior.
these packing companies or anything else, where the CEO is making $2 to $10 million a year, and he's got a bunch of people that barely make $7 an hour, if even, that are doing the work. It's like,
Superior.
poor you have to pay somebody a real wage, like criming a fucking river. I completely understand that perspective. Here, I mean, the lowest paid technician that
Nice.
works here is
All
making
right.
$30 an hour, and the people that are not at the absolute bottom level are making considerably more than that. And the bonuses that I pay people do come out of stuff like this. I make less money
Weaver
in my own
Carpenter?
company than my best paid employee.
There's a carpenter
I
here?
don't expect
It's
people
the
to.
same for me.
Yeah, like, I don't expect people to believe any of this shit. If I'm going to be able to pay people bonuses or anything else, it's coming out of the profit that I make from selling items like this. So yeah, you could say I'm complaining because I'm not making money, but for me, it's not. Personally, it's not about whether or not I lose out on money. I don't make money. It's about fear of loss. Like, that's what gets me more. It's not. I made a living for myself before I ever sold a hot air station. Rossman Repair Group existed, had over 8 employees before I sold a Quick or an Atten or anything else. I'll still be here. It's just where I won't be here is if I make a decision to wire like 5 or 6 figures to somebody else, and then I realize, oh, that's double later. It's really the fear of loss that gets
Where's
me more than
the other
and
thing?
I mean, if you're talking about a lot of these PC manufacturers, I get it. The what does the CEO of Corsair make? I mean, like, what
I
is it?
don't-
They're, not, they're a
You
publicly
can
traded
look it
company.
up. They're publicly traded.
Enough that they could give me a case with a working fucking SATA cable. But
Right.
the point, like, yeah, like, if it's like the end, you know, the CEO of NVIDIA, like, cry me a fucking grave.
Yeah,
I completely understand that.
Yeah.
But I guess it depends on at what point.
I think overall we kind of get it. Tariffs are bad, okay. And you know what? I mean, okay, yeah, I'm good. And you know what? I mean, what can we do, man? What can we do? Okay, let me finish this up.
Do you identify with the person who is having an issue? Like Walmart having an issue? Nobody gives a fuck. Amazon having an issue? Nobody gives a fuck.
Right.
Corsair, anybody else, half of the PC
Asus,
manufacturers,
Nvidia,
frankly.
yeah,
Like, do people really care about if something happens to Asus or Gigabyte? No, they don't. Asus, especially if they watch your channel. I get it. Is it when it affects a small company that's 100 people? Is it when it affects the corner shop that has 5 people? Like, at what point is it something where, like, if somebody has 5 employees, who is your neighbor, who you've been to for 10 or 20 years for whatever you get, raises their prices and says, you know, it's harder for us to feed our family and pay our employees? Like, at what point would it be something where you would say, yeah, okay, maybe you got a point?
Right.
Because yeah, if you're
Right.
talking a Corsair or Asus, like, yeah, fuck them. I mean, I wouldn't. I don't have sympathy for them either.
Yeah.
I definitely don't have sympathy for Walmart. Or when you see, and a lot of the problem is when you see these economists go on the news talking about this, or they're people that are usually several zeros higher in the net worth than most of your
Repository
viewers.
is reserved for a
I would
different
suggest
mission.
Talk to
Oh.
people that are being affected, that are
What about this one?
in the zeros range of the net worth
Different
of the
mission.
people that are watching your channel.
No.
What type of business do you think is the most affected, or business owner, by the tariffs and the rollout?
In the beginning, it is going to be anybody who is directly receiving something. And after a time, it's going to be whoever's receiving the items downstream. So,
Okay.
for instance, I don't know, let's say that there is a school who says that we want to buy 40 of these.
Right.
You know, you're not affected immediately, but when you decide, we're building this new makerspace over here and we like to buy 40, and I say, hey, remember I used to buy for 2? You know, you could pay 4.
Right.
They're affected later. So small businesses are going to be affected by it, but it's that time that it takes. Because even I am not affected just yet, because these arrived and this was already on the boat and everything prior.
There's a
to the
latency.
attack. Yeah, there's a latency. So if I were stupid enough to order these again, which I'm not for a while, if I was stupid enough to do that next order, it takes 2 months for that boat to get here. So first I have to manufacture it, which is a few weeks, and then 2 months for this. So that would be, I should be able to do math better than this.
Something like
Yeah,
8 weeks or so.
It'll be the end of July
yeah.
after manufacturing is done for me to get it. And you would see it in July. So that you're not really feeling the policy right now. Same thing with COVID. You don't feel it until everybody starts going outside again. And then when people are going out and doing things again, and then you see like inflation
Right.
going nuts. But in the first 1 or 2 months, it's not like everything went up like crazy. I think it hurts everybody, really.
Yeah.
Because like fuck all of this. Let's say I'm not selling any of this. Let's say I don't do any of this.
Yeah.
What about the things that I buy for people? Like if I have to buy all the different tools that I buy for the people over here, or the parts that I get for people that are here. Now there are certain elements of my business that are not going to be affected. For data recovery, if I already have all my tools and I am buying donor drives off of eBay that were, you know, in somebody's garage somewhere or out of broken machines, that's not going to be affected. But all the other things are. The parts that I have to buy. When people say, you know, you're using cheap Chinese shit and that's why. Okay, what are you watching this video on? Are you like, really? I mean, like, when I'm buying a part from China to fix somebody's device, it is because that device was made there.
Right.
Like when I'm buying a keyboard for this particular type of laptop, or I'm buying
I
this
still-
particular chip,
What's going on
it's
here?
coming from there. It's not like I'm buying this to fix my own shit. I'm buying this to fix what you have brought me. So when somebody says you're complaining about tariffs because you're buying all this cheap Chinese crap, where the fuck do you think it's going into? These parts are going into your devices that you chose to buy.
Wait,
Do you have any
wait.
major misconceptions you've seen you want to address?
I think the main thing is when people say that
This is
the
woodwork,
primary-
right? What
It's
the heck?
about the money. And like the same thing with when I moved from New York to here. I make less money here than I did when I lived in New York City. But I came here because at least if I know what the regulatory and the tax framework is, I can stop losing my hair. With this, it's not even about the money. Because if they said there's a flat 50% tariff, and that's what it's going to be, and Congress approved it, and I know that if they wanted to change it, Congress got to change it, you got to get all these people to agree, and not one person, then I'd live with it. I would buy another set of these. I would raise the price. I'd see if people still buy, and then I would adjust my order accordingly. It's the lack of knowing what's going on. It's not a tariff. You can live with high taxation. You can live with high tariffs. All these things can be worked out, even if it goes against my personal economic. I'm more the Thomas Sowell's basic economics thing.
Sure.
I would subscribe to that more than this. But even if I disagree with what you're doing, as a business owner, I could accept it and work within it if there was a framework of rules that I knew. It's not about the fact that I'm losing money. It's about the fact that I cannot do business in this environment because I would lose infinitely more here doing this than I was even dealing with New York.
Right.
So have Congress create tariffs. You can't create an emergency that doesn't exist or a war that any of this type of stuff, and then use that as a false pretense to be able to write tariffs. Like follow the Constitution, follow the law.
Fair enough.
Really, I mean, honestly,
Hot take.
If it's New York City that is fucking me over,
Yeah.
I don't care if it is a Republican-led presidency or a Democrat. If you are applying
Oh,
laws
no.
to consistency and you're not allowing me to feel secure in how I do business, I will follow it. I don't care. It's like I'm not going to defend one team for it.
Following our meetings in Southern California earlier in the trip, before we met with Lewis, we had driven north from LA to San Francisco, and then hopped over to Fremont on our big road trip to meet with Corsair Components founder and CEO Andy Paul.
Get into the tariff stuff with that background. So in the 30 or so years you've been doing this, taxes and tariffs, I'm sure, have gone up and down and have been a topic. Is this situation unique the last couple weeks?
Yeah, so unique for many reasons, I'd say. There's been small tariffs over the years put on certain things when, the government decides it's sort of a strategic move over some long period of time to try and protect an industry. But yeah, this is very different. And I think the uncertainty of what's going to happen next week is what's causing all the markets to be very jittery. Yeah. In terms of the bigger picture of where to put manufacturing, I mean, that's a multi-year issue.
The moon issue, the mushroom. Oh my goodness.
Whether you should try and make products in China or Vietnam or Thailand or Mexico, how would you know what to do? So, and once you know, and there's some certainty that might roll out for a couple of years, then you can start making plans. Tariffs are import taxes. And that means that when you import products from wherever you're buying them, then you pay tariffs at the border. And so, a 5% tariff, a company might choose to absorb that. But if you look at the whole chain of making something like a power supply from the start to the finish when it gets into consumers' hands, there's pretty thin margins all the way along. So any tariff that starts to get more than 10%,
I made it.
has to go into consumer price increases.
I made it.
I think what everyone's starting to realize is that tariffs are essentially a federal sales tax. So if you think about,
I think we do get the point on that one. Man, this just feels bad. The whole tariff thing is it's not even complicated, it's just stupid. I don't know whether or not this whole tariff thing is gonna blow past anytime soon. Is that Sonic? What the heck is Sonic doing here? What? What? iDubbbz continues to reap what he's sown. What? What is happening? Get it together, Corsair. Are they building shit for cheap or something? What's going on? The 5070 equals the 4090. Ooh. What's going on with the graphic cards, man? I have no idea. Repo with the boys and the women. Let me see if there are repo videos or the fun. Oh, I remember that. I love repo. Um. Anyway. All right, that all happened. Oh, I got stuff for that. Neat. Let me see, cosmic research. Oh, that's for Carpenter. How much do I need altogether? 8, 7, 15, 8 again, 3 times 8, 24 minus 1, so it's like 23, 23, 26, or 20, 23, and then there's the extra 600, that's 29. So I literally need cap. I need cap. I need to cap this for Cosmo credits to get all of the glamour. Don't want to get into politics, to be honest. Tariffs is not really, I wouldn't say tariffs is too much. It is political, but like tariffs is something that affects everybody. At least if you live in the United States where the tariffs are originating. It's less political and more like lifestyle of what's going on here. You own a business, it's going to be horrible. Especially if you're a tech business. Oh wait, hold on. I can do this. Let's do this. Let's go. There's the Echo. There's the Cosmo suit. Okay. The Cosmo suit is the carrot. I don't know what the stellar opportunity is. Knowing me, I'm probably gonna get the magic prisms. Or the music. Yeah. Which is the gatherers. Go. Yeah, it's the gatherers. There's the micro rover, and over here is the other magics. I can get the drawing table over here. I can get clothes in the distance over here. Verdant partition. Who knows? I think I'll just take this, see if I can get a better chance. All right, guys, I'm not gonna look. I'm not gonna look. I'm not gonna look. I'm not gonna look. Not gonna look. Not looking. Not looking. What'd I get? What'd I get? Ah, more magic prisms. What the hell? Metallic green dye and a drafting table. That I can go with that, or well, there's the mount right here. We could. Oh, here we go. Don't land on yellow, 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 please don't land on yellow. It's gonna land on Yo! Wait, hold on. What happened? I thought it started. What happened? What the fuck happened? Is this the stellar opportunity? Oh, man. Oh! Yo! Get the fuck out of here, no. Get the fuck out of here. Brother! Vacuum suit identification key. Yo! I can't summon here. Can't summon it in this location. I can't do it. I want to, though. I want to so much. Can I, like, summon out here, or can I not summon anywhere? Alright. Mount unavailable in this location. Yo! Boom, Chevy. I got that live. I got that mount live, bro. I got it live. I think I had, like, let me go back and see what actually happened here, because I wasn't looking. let me take a look. Okay, so let's go back. So that's when I got the magic. So there's the identification key. So I'm guessing the stellar opportunity came through. So I started the roulette. I wasn't looking. What? That's what happened? Get the hell out of here. That's what happened? It went around. It was about to hit on something else. Get the heck. I didn't know it did that. What? It was about to land on, like, either yellow or the carrot, and then it was just like stellar opportunity. It was just like, what? How happy do I sound? Oh, yo! Wait, hold on. What happened? I thought it started. What happened? What the fuck happened? Is this the stellar opportunity? Oh, man. Oh! Yo! Get the fuck out of here, no. So that's what happened. Okay, I had to take a look. I was just like, so it put me into the stellar opportunity, and then it was just like, just get them out. Yo, and there goes all your RNG for the week. I hope not. I hope I keep that for like the rest of this year, bro. What is going on with the chat there? I don't know what the... Dang it, I don't have the credits. Okay. Well, at the favorites, I can't. Hey! Hey! Oh, wait, he got thrusters. He has thrusters. It makes sense that they're flying, sort of. A little fat, though, but like... and I can boop. It's like a celebration. Boop. So what does it sound like? Oh wait, hold on, play mount music. Hey. 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 Yo, this is great. I'll turn it off though. We're gonna have to get rid of something if it's gonna be a part of my favorites. Which one do I like the least? The alpaca. A created from Cosmic Exploration Initiative. This construction machina was developed as a collaboration between Loperich, Charlian, and Garlian tech engineers. As a result, it inhabits Magitech armor influences in its design, particularly in the area of its piloting system. Does it? Does it? Really? Is that what a lot of Magitech have? That little control there? But this is so I think we're good for the night now. I think we're good for the night now. Just like I think we're good for the night now. I don't know if cosmic exploration is faster than just getting collectibles and just, you know, trading that in for experience. I have no idea. But you know what I can say? I got the mount now. I got the mount. That is fucking lucky though. wait, weren't people like saying that they were angry that people already had the mount? Wait, hold on. You guys said something about that, right? Like people were like angry that the mount was being. Let me see. Somebody was saying that, right? I know one of y'all said that people were angry that the mount was already being gotten already. I said wow already. Oh, you said wow already. Well, ain't I a lucky sucker? Anyway, just surprised. Well, I guess that was super lucky though. I was like, I don't want to look, and there was like cosmic opportunity. It just bounced over there. I was like, what? I didn't even know the whole entire time. I was like, wait, what happened? I thought I already started this. Pressed the button again. Didn't realize that the wheel changed, and it was just like, oh, wait. I got it. I got the mount. Ah. Oh, man. I got the mount. I wouldn't have minded to get the glamour as well. But I got the mount. I got the mount. Look at this. Yeah. 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 You can equip that? What? Oh, no, never mind. Take that, Yui. Him and his lucky ass, right? Anyway, guys, I'm gonna head out. Tonight is 10 o'clock. I gotta get up early tomorrow. You guys have yourself a good night. Sorry, I had to burp there. That was weird. All right, you guys have yourselves a good night. I will see you guys later. Bye-bye. Wait, why did this go all the way down there? I don't know.